Good morning, Glory Carriers. This is Reverend Carl Brown of Glory Carriers International Ministries with your Powered Up Moment. I heard a quote recently, actually read a quote recently that I want to share with you. It says, "We fight too many battles that don't really matter. If the battle is not between you and your destiny, then it's a distraction. You must learn to let things go." So true that so often we see believers, we see people being engaged in battles that really don't matter. If the battle is not between you and your destiny or trying to block your purpose, what the sense exerting all this energy in these kind of warfares? I've known Christians that most of the time I talk to them, they talk about being engaged in battle and spiritual warfare. And I ask myself the question, how do they sleep? If they're married folk, how do they find time to fellowship? When do they really get to enjoy the finer things in life? We have to be careful that the enemy is not using spiritual warfare to distract us. There comes a time when you must find rest. There comes a time when you must find a deep, settled peace within. And you can go to your bed and rest and sleep. You know, my mother always tell us when we were growing up, if you stop to throw stones at every dog that bark at you, you will never reach your destination. I want, as the believers in this time and season, to become mature, to choose your battles wisely. The Lord, I personally believe it's the plan of the enemy to constantly have you engaged in battle, to weary you, to depress you, to frustrate you. And then that's when I believe an attack is launched on you from the enemy, when you are no longer strong enough to fight and withstand anything. I encourage you this morning, choose your battles wisely. Decide if whatever you're coming up against is really attacking your destiny and your purpose. You can't stop to respond to every text messages, to every post that's made on social media. Some of them, people don't even remember us, not even thinking about us when we make them, but we could make such a big to-do about stuff that we just think, we feel, we imagine are being hurled at us. If it is not against your purpose and your destiny, it's a distraction. This is Reverend Carl Brown saying to you this morning, choose your battles wisely.